Okay, for this episode, we're gonna start with a malibag. And the malibag actually came from a frontliner. This episode was actually just supposed to be us sharing tips on how we've dealt with our anxieties and the battles we've faced during this pandemic. If you haven't listened to that previous episode, the battles during the pandemic, we share our problems and what we've been going through. And for this episode, we're gonna share the tips and tricks that we've used to help us with these problems. We'd like to thank our presenting sponsor for this episode, Alaxan FR. Alaxan FR has ibuprofen and paracetamol formulation for body and muscle pain. FR stands for fast relief. It's the fastest Alaxan. So let's start the show. Maestro!
Why it takes so long? I'm tired of talking.
Welcome to the Wake Up Juice Pod.
I totally messed that up.
Welcome to the Wake Up Juice
Podcast. Hey, Jim.
Hi.
So I heard that we have a malibag
Yeah.
from this is, you know what? A big chunk of our listeners are women.
Yeah.
Women. We love women. But of course, we also welcome our male listeners. And once in a while, we get malibags from guys.
Yeah.
So
the reason why again sinabi ko nga 'di ba, we were supposed to talk about like and share our tips on how to handle problems during this time. Well, this guy, he's a frontliner and naisip ko bagay naman yung mga share nating tips
okay.
with his problem.
Sige.
Okay, game? All right. I've been in a relationship with a single mom for many months now. Sa akin, walang problema. I'm sure that I love this woman and her kid. And I can feel that the love is being reciprocated. Nagkakaroon ng problema sa family ko, especially my dad na ayaw talaga sa kanya. Just because she's a mom. And he made that very clear. Nagkaroon ng verbal confrontation one time between him and my girlfriend. I'm not having second thoughts about this woman. Pero ang kinalulungkot ko is the fact na hindi ba talaga siya matatanggap ng dad ko or ng buong pamilya ko. Disappointed ako sa pagka-judgmental nila. They haven't even met her formally. And they already have a lot to say. I can see that it has affected my relationship with her. Kasi syempre, this person is amazing. Kaya nga ako na in love sa kanya. And masakit sa akin na alam niyang ayaw sa kanya ng family ko. She makes me happy. She's my best friend. I'm currently in good terms with both my family and my girlfriend as long as hindi nababanggit yung topics of each of them to one another.
So he's okay with his family as long as hindi mo bring up yung girlfriend. He's okay with his girlfriend if hindi mo bring up yung family
Yeah.
niya. Oh, damn.
Ayun pa yung isa pang masakit. Makwento ako sa mga bagay na masaya ako. The fact na hindi ako makapagkwento man lang na kahit isang detail to each of them hurts kasi alam kong si family ay magbibingo na naman at si girl naman ay malulungkot. Totoo bang dapat pumili between family and relationship?
Oh, wow.
So, again, what I want to do,
Number one, I'm so sorry this is happening to you.
Yeah.
Number two, sorry, Jim. What were you saying?
Go lang.
Before, I mean, I just had to say that. I have to extend my empathy because that's a really tough situation you're in. Honestly,
Hassle talaga.
sobrang hirap niyan. Actually, pagdaanan ko yan. Before. Did you want to say something?
No.
I think I cut you off.
No. It's okay.
Okay. Ikaw, Jim, ano advice mo? Labo.
Labo.
I keep passing it on to you. Because I actually like hearing what you have to say.
Oh, wow. Really? Ako, well, what I wanted
And then
to
I like building on it. Or like, I like interrupting.
You like-
Just kidding. Shut up. Go.
Okay. So, this is what I wanted to say. before we tackle the specific issue or the specific problem he's dealing with, yeah, the fact that he's a frontliner and he has so much other things to worry about, I want to share some tips to him and the pod kids on how we have been building strength during these times. And when I say strength, diba, you see everywhere, build your immunity, eat vegetables, drink your vitamins. And kami,
That's all true.
that's all true, but we just want to share our 360
Holistic.
holistic plan. Okay, so the first one would be
So mentally, no, mentally. Hindi lang, so we obviously there's the physical aspect of it.
Mm.
Yeah. And then
so what we're gonna do is the mental, the physical, and the spiritual.
okay.
Okay? So first, yung mental. Pero ito, for you, halo,
For me,
no?
it's mental and spiritual, which is journaling.
Mhm.
I stan the journal. I stan journaling.
Stanus Baratheon. Stanis pala, sorry.
Stanus. Ano? Anus?
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So, we Stanus the Holy
Stanis.
Bible app.
Yes, wait, hindi pa ako that. Kaya ako 2-in-1 mental and spiritual yung journaling. It's because every morning, I write down on my journal the verse of the day, which I get through my Bible app, which is, I stan the Bible app. I stan the Bible itself. So this Bible app, meron kang daily verse, which you can read in like an IG story form. It's very, very cool. You can check it out. The app is called YouVersion Bible app. And then, so I write down the verse of the day, and it's really helped me spiritually and mentally. I write down the verse before I write down my to-do list, because then I'm reminded of the bigger picture of what's important in life. Parang yung being kind, being patient, being loving. And then, when you write down your to-do list, may mga nakaka-stress dyan talaga, but then your mindset is fixed na parang, okay, I gotta be patient. This is not like the end-all, be-all of things. This is just the physical world, and just gotta get things done, but it's not, the most important thing in life.
Yeah.
So yun, so sabi nag-iiba yung direction ko for the day. Journaling, I stan.
Yeah. Ako naman, I shared this on the Finding Happy with Happy Dad podcast. Ito yung format ko. Mine is, as soon as I wake up, dati kasi, the difference is kasi when you have kids, you really have to, parang, syempre, pag may umiyak, doon na magsa-start yung day mo. Diba? So, I really appreciate... Pag may nagising. I really appreciate yung sinabi ni Sab na kailangan mo pa rin mag-invest sa sarili mo. Kasi you have to be a good person to be a good parent.
You can't just physically be there.
Yeah. So, what I do is, as soon as I wake up, kahit bangag, I go to my notebook and I write grateful for. And I write 3 things. And if I look at my journal now, ang babaw ng iba. Kasi yun nga, medyo, sabaw pa yung utak mo, diba? So sometimes I write like the sun.
That's sweet. That's something you should be
I'm
thankful
grateful
for.
that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that I had coffee at home. I'm grateful that maraming Sab dito, promise.
Aww.
Yeah. Like, I'm grateful that Sab is so cool. Ganon ka, and hindi siya, it doesn't have to be like super poetic or whatever, but I just write down what at that moment, I'm grateful for. And then the next one is, I write, today would be great if, and
para everything you do on your to-do list, parang don't forget na yun yung main goal mo of the day, because the day would be great if blank.
Yun nga dun ako, I think this is where I kind of changed it up kasi nakakatawa when I started this, looking back, puro lang, today would be great if I did everything on my checklist.
Ngek.
So, parang stupid. So, ginawa ko, very, ano na lang, very, today would be great if Pancho has a good therapy
Hey,
session.
Jim, I was literally just about to say that as my example. 100%. I swear.
Ganun lang.
I was about to say that.
Or,
Sorry.
today, let's say,
Grabe.
I know that I'm gonna have a meeting today. Today would be great if I can be patient during my meeting. So, very specific na something that when I end my day, I can look back and say, wow, okay, nagawa ko to. This is great. And I should be happy.
Yeah.
Kahit may mga palpak, kahit may mga hindi ako nagawa sa checklist ko, nagawa ko to, this day is great. Yan.
Grabe, sobra akong kinikilig.
Ah,
Grabe, I can't.
why?
As in, literally, yung exact word for word mo.
Ah.
That's what I was gonna say. I wish Pancho would have a good therapy session. And then my whole day would be
It lightens everything
Yes.
up. Na
Oh.
parang, kuwari,
parang I'll move everything around and even my emotions around to fit that because that will make my day great.
may pumalpak. Di ba? Then, you have something to go back on.
Yeah.
Na, okay, pumalpak lahat. Pero this... Anyway, so ako,
Anyway.
it's a great way to set yourself up. And then, the last one is daily affirmation. Before, I would write like, Jim, you are funny. Jim, you are talented. Whatever. But what I did now is I replaced it with yung Bible verse. So, I kasi may parang IG stories tong Stanus.
Stanus Bible.
And it's cool. Like it's great, and this is what I want to share. We will have a separate. I've been trying to write a dealing with grief episode on Happy Dad. Medyo mabigat lang. But just to parang ano ba?
Well, it's grief. Of
Yeah,
course.
so summary na lang, parang whatever the things that you're gonna face in life is really just gonna be harder as you grow older. So I strongly suggest that you find a way to have a spiritual life, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're whatever, basta our problems are beyond what men can handle. Men and women.
Humans.
Okay. So, anyway, so that's for us journaling. The point of journaling and the main benefit is dinalatag mo sa papel lahat ng nasa utak mo.
Yeah, but you're unloading.
Yeah.
You're unloading. Kasi pag hindi mo sinusulit yan, kung hindi mo kahit hindi pen on paper, kung digital ang trip mo, if you're not doing that, everything's just in your head and nakakabigat talaga. And do you think it's ridiculous when you hear it na parang okay, paano naman siya ma-unload if I just write it down? No, it really works.
It's true.
It's true. Even if pag kung may naisip ka na nga, kailangan ko palang tawagan si mom ng ganitong time. If you don't write that down, it's just bugging you the whole day because naisip mo parang, oh no, kailangan ko alalahanin to kasi, diba? Gets mo yung sasabi ko? You have to write it down kasi if not, it's just gonna keep bugging you and then hindi ka na makaka-focus. So write it down to get those thoughts out of your head.
Yung nakuha ko dun sa book na the book is called The Art of Getting Things Done. And Sav so I have the Audible version, I have it on Kindle. And
yeah, I like that guy.
Nakakatawa. You know what I found out?
File?
You know what I found out?
Bankrupt na siya.
No. The guy pala had a psychotic breakdown.
Did he pee somewhere?
No.
Si ano pala yun? Cover the world.
Cover
blanket the night.
Blanket the night.
Blanket the night.
Sino yun? Jason Mamawa?
Gago, hindi. Si ano?
Jason Dakal?
Free Kumba? Ano? Ano ba niya?
Finding Coney.
Coney.
Finding-
Coney. Finding Coney. Free Coney.
Hindi, gago. Drug lord yung Coney.
Coney 2020.
Yeah, parang Finding Coney.
Hindi Finding Coney.
Wag mo i-google. Bar rule.
Coney Island.
It's not a joke.
Coney 2012.
Hindi joke yung drug lord issue. What we're
Coney
making
2012?
fun of is the
K-O-N-I.
guy
K-O-N-Y.
who made that video.
So there's a viral video
Tagal na nito
of this guy who parang super expose about this drug lord.
Tapos lumabas lahat ng mga Twitter activists, mga guys, let's do this. Let's reshare. Let's retweet.
Let's buy the stuff
Let's
that we're gonna
retweet. Come
banners.
on. Let's save the world.
And then, to the guy's credit, legit
Maganda
naman yung
yung
sinasabi
video
niya.
talaga.
Tsaka legit yung sinasabi
Maganda.
niya. Except he had a mental breakdown and then he was arrested for masturbating in public.
Yeah.
So parang medyo,
Which, in
what
fairness, looking back naman, I feel bad na naging joke yun. No?
Coney 2012.
I
That's
kind
it.
of feel bad though. Kasi, ang ganda,
Finding Coney.
kasi ang ganda naman ng sentiment niya eh. Sayang, no? Anyway, I'm not making fun of his...
Do you think, conspiracy theory, what if he was set up? He didn't really masturbate in public?
There was footage.
Okay.
He was running around naked. Hinahabol siya ng police.
Oh. What if it was a setup? But what if that wasn't him? Anyway, going back to...
Okay, sorry. Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Hindi, the reason why may hugot ako...
Black in the night!
The reason why na may hugot ako dun sa Coney thing, I remember kasi people we know
Yeah.
na kinaiinisan natin na mga Marcos apologists.
Oh shit, you went there.
Yeah. I am spilling the juice.
Spilling the orange juice.
Ano tawag dito? Yeah. May mga Marcos apologists, mga kupal talaga. Alam mong kupal na talagang, guys, come on! Nagsishare. The thing is, again, wala akong problema. Yung ginagaya kong Twitter activist, yung problema ko sa mga yon, yung mga feeling na relax, like, alright, ngayon, with the issues now, I saw one guy like, guys, putang ina, tama na tong, tweet tayo ng tweet, ganyan, mag-rally na tayo, parang, yung condemning people, pero alam mo naman, gago ka, kupal ka eh. Last week, I mean, before this whole pandemic and before naging uso tong woke thing, you were talking about like, chong, tangina, may namumulaw. Diba? Parang like, you're a fucking douche.
Hey, you can be two things, Jim.
No. The thing is, hindi ko kasi ma-explain.
You can enjoy making out.
Hey,
and
hindi.
you can...
Yung point ko naman is, kupal kasi tong taong to.
Okay.
I'm not saying
okay.
I'm not saying na you can't make out and fucking be an activist. What I'm saying is kilala ko tong taong to na kumag talaga na walang kwenta.
Yeah. Wow, grabe naman. Sobrang harsh naman ata nun.
Hindi, totoo talaga.
Okay. Moving on. What were we talking about?
Meditation. Okay.
Gago.
So yun, I just hope, gusto ko lang i-clarify, yun yung, so if you are very active on Twitter, please go ahead, but please do not attack other people. Nagagets mo ba yung
Yes,
sinasabi?
I get it.
Yun nga yung naalala ko kasi, itong taong to na puro pro Marcos shit, tapos biglang nung lumabas tong Coney, biglang, come on guys, really, no one cares. Tagging people and saying like, you guys really don't care, no? Like, gago ka pala eh. Natutulog ka with Ay.
Anyway.
Okay, next one. So another tip.
I think you need to meditate more, Jen.
I am just excited kasi masaya itong podcast.
Okay.
Next one is...
One more thing. From moving on from mental and spiritual needs. Grabe yung spirituality. Tas, you're calling people kupal.
Kasi kupal talaga.
Okay.
Alam mo naman na very reserved na ako.
We got it.
I will not use the word kupal to someone like randomly. Alam mo na yun,
I
di ba?
know, I
I've
know.
grown
I got it.
so much.
I got it. Oh, fairness. That's
Come
true.
on.
That's true. That's
Come on.
really true.
I only throw that to people who are like, oh, pare, tang ina, solid yung babae.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Ganun lang. Para sa mga yun lang. Para kaila Roque, ganun. Yun yung mga kupal. Okay?
Okay. So moving on from mental and spiritual needs, let's move on to the body.
Physical.
Physical. How's your exercise routine? Because definitely we've got to get some exercise in there. Yung strict workout ko, it's just twice a week. I do it
Can
in the
you share?
morning.
Oh. Specifically, ano nga mga natutunan mo?
Well, I work out twice a week. And I do it in the morning kasi alam kong I'm a morning person. You don't have to work out in the morning if your energy is not that great in the morning. Like ikaw gym, 'di ba? Ikaw you like it better in the afternoon.
Yeah,
So that's what I learned na it's really different for everyone.
pero ito, this is the thing. Nakakatawa kasi si Sab, in fairness, like, dati pa, sobrang lakas mo.
Oh, thanks.
Like, pre-pregnancy, post-pregnancy, hindi nawawala yung lakas mo. As in,
Thank you.
lagi akong nasya-shock na sisiw sa'yo yung mag-plank, sisiw sa'yo yung push-ups, as in, what do you call it? What's the
That's sexist
Kala
as
ko,
fuck.
ikaw ang
na joke
nagsasabi
lang. No,
nun
my
eh.
trainer kasi said na parang panglalaki yung push-ups ko.
Ayun, oh.
And then, we were just joking na parang,
Kasi-
that's fucking sexist.
Kasi kasi syempre, there's more weight for girls in their chest.
Ganun ba yun?
Oh, malamang.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, a girl push-up is on their knees, right?
That is so sexist.
Bakit sexist yun?
That's not a girl push-up. That's not who says that? I know.
Ikaw ang nagsasabi nun.
Hindi ako yung nagsasabi nun, but I guess like society sees it that way.
Ikaw ang nagsasabi nun. I
Who
swear.
says a girl push-up
Sa'yo
is
ko
kailangan naka-kneel?
Sa'yo ko
Of
natutunan
course
yun.
not.
Sa'yo ko natutunan yun.
100% no. That's a beginner's push-up.
Sa'yo ko natutunan yun.
No, I never said girls push-up.
O baka si Candy.
You're throwing candy under the bus, gago. No, that's a beginner push-up.
Okay.
So I learned that I learned that I'm very strong, Charot.
So, what you've been using kasi Fitness Mobile,
Yes.
right? It's an app. It's like a Zoom.
It's a program.
It's a program na you have a trainer on Zoom, no?
Mm-hmm.
Pero for people who don't use that, well, ano yung mga natutunan mo? Can you share some geeking stuff about, like, what are you focusing on? Si Sam kasi talaga walang paki sa mga.
Wala akong pa sa ganyan. Nakikinig lang ako dun sa trainer. I'm 100% so thankful to my trainer. Kasi I don't have to think. He just tells me what to do.
And Sab
And then
looks so freaking amazing
Oh,
now.
thanks lang.
I swear.
Now lang.
I'm
Ayun, nadali ka doon. So what was I before? Like a fucking, what? A blob?
No, I'm
just
just-
kidding. I'm kidding.
she's
So my trainer, super, I love you, joke lang. He's so stressed right now. Sobrang, nakikinig lang ako sa kanya. He tells me what to do. Even if we're online, he can see me and he corrects my form. I didn't know I was doing kettlebell swings.
Ano nga yung mga natutunan mo?
I don't know how to verbalize it. I learned na
Ako, alam ko nga from your stories eh. Anyway, what I would like to share,
bless you.
sorry, is that if you want to work out, do functional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you do. That's why twice a week ka lang. Kasi everything that you do, sulit.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna work out, do moves that nasulit. And when I say functional, it means that one, your whole body is working. So there are certain movements that your whole body will be forced to work. As opposed to certain movements na aesthetic lang. Aesthetic. Sabi nga nila na, ano tawag doon? Buhat pogi. Yung mga 3 hours na nasa gym, tapos ano pa rin ng bicep curls. Parang ganun. So, like, if you're doing something for your bicep, that is not completely a functional workout or a total workout. Pero if you do a squat, that means your whole body is working.
What about squat with a press? Diba?
Definitely. So yun, compound movements.
Labo na ng podcast episode
Bakit?
na to. Wala lang, it's just like so convoluted.
It's about the body.
That's true.
What I'm saying is, kung anumang exercise ang pipiliin mo, kung hindi ka talaga, if you've never exercised in your life, there are 2 things that I want to share. Number 1, do something that you enjoy. So continuity is key.
Oh, why I super enjoy it in my workouts, especially recently, is because I do virtual workouts. It's called virtual buddy workouts. So I do it with Candy, my best friend. Tapos we're doing it virtually with my trainer, and saya.
So yun, number 1, you have to enjoy it. So I'm sure marami sa inyo during this time, try ko kaya mag-yoga, ganyan. Go! Try everything. Everything's on YouTube. Everything you can do at home. If you want to run. If you don't have space in your apartment, wag ka kumain ng 1 linggo. De, joke lang. Anyway, ang point ko is,
so bad advice.
ang point ko is, do something that's fun and something that you can continue. Number 2, a good workout will never beat a bad diet. So we now go to diet. Kasi at the end of the day, kahit kunwari sabihin mo na grabe, as in ginawa ko yung workout ni Bernard Palangka. Every day, 3 hours a day, dinoble-doble ko. Pero solid ako kumain ng pangit. Walang magagawa yun. Diba? That's one thing we've learned.
I learned that also na talagang if weight loss is your priority, well, not priority, if it's your goal, wala talaga magagawa yung exercise kung yung nutrition mo is bad.
And ako, here's my thing. The reason why I enjoy working out so much really is because, 1, I really believe that when I'm 40, when I'm 50, I want to keep up with my boys.
Same
I want to still carry them. I want to be as active as them. And then 2, it's really, actually, it goes back to mental health rin eh.
Yeah, definitely.
Seryoso. Kaya,
parang may nare-release sa brain mo, no?
Kaya sabi mo nga sa akin, bakit Sabah's been saying, "Uy, join me dun sa yung workout niya na twice a week." Pero ako, the reason why I've been hesitant is because me time ko yun eh. When the boys go for their naps at 1:30 p.m., I put on my headphones, I watch a series, and either I do elliptical or I work out, and it changes everything. So we've said it in one of our
previous episode.
In one of our first episodes, yung blob of
yeah.
Na you treat heartbreak like a science. So when I had my major heartbreak, after college, when my cheating girlfriend broke my heart, I did that. Sabi ko, sige, for 30 minutes, I'll be happy. So yun yung advice ko to our malibag sender and to everyone who's listening. Na sometimes, it's not just about, kailangan ko mag-workout para akong Bernard Palangka. Diba? Or para akong Benjamin Bratt.
Wala bang Zac Efron dyan?
Hindi naman kailangan ko ng 8-pack, please.
Oo nga pala, meron nga pala tayong malibag.
So yun, well, what I wanted to say is, treat your workout as, your me time. Makinig ka ng podcast, manood ka ng series, enjoy, meditate, relax. And then in terms of diet, Sab, ano mga natutunan mo?
Just stay away from meat. Controversial opinion, but it's easier than it looks.
Well, ako, that's a bit extreme kasi until now, I still miss
Do you really miss it?
I don't miss. In fairness to me, I was a chicken guy.
Sobra.
Everyday chicken.
That's why I'm saying it's easier than it looks, ha? Kasi, Jim, you're a true testament to that. How many times in a week do you eat meat?
Oh,
Diba?
yeah. Oh. Once a week, siguro. Pero, yung gusto ko lang, is that it's not about not having meat, pero the whole foods, yun na lang siguro yung isi-share
Yeah,
natin.
sige.
Bakit, Sab?
Well, kasi I would say the reason why I'm saying stay away from meat is because a lot of the meat that you find in the grocery, marami niyang tsaka sa mga fast food. It's a lot of it is processed and maraming mga okay ka lang.
Mataong piyok ng piyok. Chemicals.
Maraming mga antibiotics and stuff, and you can't really tell how fresh or healthy that is. So as much as possible, you just try to stick with beans and fresh produce.
Hindi, magandang test dun is if you don't know where it came from, don't eat it.
Yeah, that's true.
Diba?
That's true.
So,
Kaya, ako
saan
rin-
ba galing ang spam?
Actually, hindi ko nga alam, no?
Diba?
Yeah. Pero okay rin naman kumain ng spam kapag sobrang 2 a.m. na.
Lasing ka.
Pero try not to as much as you can.
So,
I haven't done that in a really long time. But also, one more tip is to, ayun nga, kumari, try to eat local. That's a good tip. Kasi you know where it came from, diba? Instead of getting apples, which are really expensive because they're not from here, get the mangoes. They're Philippine grown. And it's easier to source. And it's fresh. Walang...
I didn't know that.
Because apples, because they come from abroad, sobrang dami nilang preserve.
Lumipad.
Oh, lumipad na siya. So, baka di natin alam kung
Kanina sumakay, nag-quarantine ba?
Yeah, so ang dami na niya mga na-spray sa kanya. Gets. So, yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of diet, yun yung suggestion namin. And why
Nandiyan na pala yung pizza na in-order natin.
Kaya nagmamadali si Sab.
No, I'm kidding.
So, well, anong connection ng diet and happiness and fighting the battles? Because the last thing you want is, to have a problem physically. So that's why we and I just want to share.
Especially now.
I work out regularly. I am not at all overweight, but a few months ago, before the pandemic hit, I took a blood test, diba? And I had high cholesterol because of my genetics. That's why we really pushed to do this whole
Plant-based thing.
Yeah, this whole change of diet thing. Pero yun, and it's true. In 2 weeks, nag-blood test ako ulit. Grabe.
Yeah, the
As in
difference.
day and night yung difference. So, yeah. So, take care of your body with good diet. Meaning, try your best with whole food.
Guys, don't knock it till you've tried it. Try niyo yung mga vegan documentaries on Netflix.
Yeah, yun na lang. And the thing is, yung
And you don't have to go full vegan if you really can't.
Oh,
Try
ako nga,
what
I
you
wouldn't
can.
suggest that eh.
I
Pero
would.
ako, ang style ko kasi,
I'm not pure vegan, but I can be.
ang style ko, kukuha lang ako maraming gulay, lulutuin ko na, tatry ko na lang gawing masarap.
Masarap naman ng gulay eh.
Oo nga, ngayon, nagustuhan ko na.
Anyway.
Yeah, so, the last thing that we want to share,
Emotionally
yes,
naman.
emotionally, is reaching out to friends in need.
That's true. Kasi tama ka dyan, diba, when you say na if you feel like you're in a pit, a good way to help yourself is by helping others. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi it's the best feeling to know that you're helping someone.
Yeah, and I think, naalala mo, so kami ni Sab, yun nga, we lost a child, and during our grieving period, our friends, it's natural for your friends to become, I'm not gonna bother my friend, I'm not gonna bother these grieving people with mababaw problems. Diba?
Yeah.
But actually, I'm telling you now, the best way to deal with heartbreak, depression, sadness is to know that you still have value. And you find that value when you help other people. Because, shit, may saysay pa pala ako. Natulungan ko yung taong mahal ko. Just by listening and talking. So, our suggestion is, go out and reach out to other people who are kahit completely different lives. Like, kami, we're parents now. None of our best friends and bandmates are parents. But whenever they have problems about, say, oh, hindi na ako riniplayan nung girl. My boyfriend is ganyan. It actually helps us. No? And the difference, I think, is seeking to help others. Yes. That's a big difference.
Yeah, so my friends appreciate it when I drop in to ask, like, hey, what's up? How are you? Because especially they know that I'm really busy.
Yeah.
Being a mom. And just the fact that I say, hey, how are you? Sobrang na-appreciate nila, and they let me know, and I love hearing from them.
Yeah.
So that's your homework for today. Reach out to someone.
Message someone. So if you're dealing with something shitty, just message a friend you haven't talked to in a long time. Or someone you know who's going through something. Message them, kamustahin mo sila.
And try not to reach out to them to talk about your problem.
Yeah.
Tanong mo lang sila, how are they? And then maybe it'll lead to that. Pero listen to them first.
Yeah.
Masayang gawin yan.
Yeah. So before we go to the malibag and share our thoughts, we just want to say that while we've been talking about, the mental, the social, the emotional, and the spiritual ways of maintaining yourself, the last thing you want, is dealing with physical stuff. Because ngayon nga, diba, takot na takot tayo mag-hospital and stuff. So if you're dealing with body pain and all these things, like ikaw, Sab, diba, you are
I am
dealing with a major
body ache.
Yeah.
I hate it
Which is
so
what?
much. It's called TMJ. It's my jaw. Guys who are feeling TMJ, who have it also, please. I feel you. And you feel me. Parang, I look it up. It makes my jaw really sore, and the muscle is just so tired all the time. And I keep clenching and grinding my teeth. And
Kailan pa
actually,
yan?
lumalaki yung face ko because the muscle is getting bigger. It's
Kailan
so
ba yan?
stressful.
Grabe, if I touch Sab's face and it clicks.
Yeah.
As in, tak, tak, tak.
My jaw. And it's very hard because I've been wearing a splint at night, but then it's changing my bite. That's why I'm finding it harder to talk now, Jim. I'm finding it harder to say, no, may lisp na ako. Have you noticed? I've developed a lisp.
I just always thought it was cute.
No, thank you, but no, it's not. It's very hard. So, just to combat the discomfort, I actually the ibuprofen really helps. That's
The
what
pain.
what my TMJ specialist told me to take.
Yeah. So ako naman, it's really I had to deal with carpal tunnel. Such a bitch.
Yeah.
I had to wear that brace, and then I had to take ibuprofen. So why not take Alaxan FR? Alaxan FR has ibuprofen and paracetamol formulation for body and muscle pain. It's the fastest one. Okay, so it works as fast as 15 minutes. So it's perfect for back pain, neck pain, stiff neck, arthritis. So especially, the triggers kasi of body pain, stress, fatigue, wrong posture, all these things that we're dealing with in quarantine. But one thing that we really love about Alaksan FR is, you know, their laban lang and triumphant spirit. They have been very vocal about their support for the frontliners. They're the modern day warriors, yung mga mandirigma. You know, they're not regular employees or citizens, but have become so much more given the situation we're in. So, Alaksan is the weapon that powers through and helps our modern day warriors.
Love it.
Okay. So now, the malibag.
Let's go back to. This is a very intense problem, diba, to be in.
Ikaw ba, have you ever experienced something like that na you're dating someone but your parents completely hate them?
I did. I did in the past. It was a big deal. I don't want to get into specifics, but basically, siniraan ng kapatid ko yung boyfriend ko at the time. And without hearing my explanation, my parents listened to yung kapatid ko. And that just more, it was more about the betrayal that I felt. Na parang, I've been such a good daughter. Sobrang wala silang masasabi about me. And for me to not be able to defend myself, that was really like, that was what messed me up. And I was just like, this is so disrespectful to me.
And their malibag
So it
sender
wasn't-
actually is a very responsible son.
Ayun.
He's a frontliner. He provides.
That's what messed me up eh. Kasi it wasn't because sobrang, honestly, it wasn't because sobrang patay na patay ako dun sa boyfriend ko. No? Not even. It was more of the betrayal na parang, hey, why don't you trust me? And I talked to my mom and I have talked about this Pero it was just, I felt it was really unfair kasi talagang that was a really bad time in my, that was a dark time.
Well,
But-
itong malibag sender, yung sinasabi nga niya, let's call them Freddy.
Freddy and Jonah.
So si Freddy, he's saying nga na his parents kasi are super strict, super traditional, and super Catholic. So, the thing is kasi with parents like this, and to remind everyone who's listening, basically the parents don't like the fact that he's dating a single mother. One, the problem with that is kulang sa life experiences yung parents.
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Na parang,
They
dude,
grew up in a different time
yeah,
talaga
na
eh.
parang, dude, having a child does not mean, parang, it's something na just because you never experienced it. It's like people who shit on people who are going through something that's very real and that happens. For example, kuwari, itong COVID pa lang. Diba? You see from COVID survivors that they say na, yeah, people treated me differently. May
Stigma.
May stigma. So parang ganun eh. Parang ganun ko siya nakikita na parang unless maramdaman mo, ma-experience mo firsthand, never mo maiintindihan. So that's the problem. That's why I attribute it to lack of experience, lack of life experience na, okay, parents, good for you, man. Like, you met your wife, you got married, you had kids, and life is this. But life is not like that for everyone. And the thing is, that's why which I'm not certain of with the malibag sender. Kasi there's a big difference na dinadala mo tong girlfriend mo and let's say for example, she's rude or
Yeah.
she's not as, she's not cool, and therefore or another thing is, in these cases, yung lagi kong binibring up here, sa lahat ng mga illegal sa parents, here's the thing. The worst thing that you can do is, if you're the child, okay? Ikaw ikaw yung anak ng parents na may ayaw dun sa may partner. Gets mo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ikaw si Freddy.
Ikaw si Freddy, ay maging gago ka bigla.
Yes.
Because your partner, yung partner ni Freddy,
Si Jonah.
si Jonah, the parents will only see,
Well, attributed to...
yes, to Jonah. Parang the parents will only, their only basis of character ni Jonah is Freddy. So if Freddy suddenly starts going home at 6 a.m., biglang nagyoyosi na, biglang bastos na, that's not helping your case,
Yeah.
Freddy.
Yeah.
So I think that's step one. Be the best version of yourself, because ang laban mo na lang dito is mapakita mo na, teka, pinagbabawalan niyo ako kitain tong taong to eh. This is like the best version of me.
Yes. I agree. I 100% agree. I think also, I'm assuming this letter sender, si Freddy, is an adult, right? Kasi frontliner siya. So, for me, a good argument to make, if you must argue with your parents, I suggest you just talk instead of argue. I tried this with my mom before, nung yun nga, yung
Kupal naman kasi talaga yung boyfriend na yun.
but she didn't know that.
Yeah, pero
So,
kupal
she's apologized to me for this, ha. Pero I talked to her kasi before, and I said to her, Mom, you brought me up. So, I would think that you would trust my judgment. I would never let someone treat me badly. And if this guy breaks my heart, then I'll charge it to experience. What's the big deal?
I think the difference now with Freddy is that hindi nga yun yung issue eh. It's the same thing as like we can compare Freddy's parents to being racist. And not compare, pero parang let's say na if you have racist parents and then you bring home an American or a black or a Mexican person, the parents will say no way.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun yung nangyayari kay Freddy.
Because she's a single mom.
Because she had a kid.
Mm-hmm. Similarly to, I'm not saying my parents are racist or anything.
Hindi, sinasabi ko nga malayo eh. Kasi yung sa'yo...
Hindi, kasi the reason why nasira yung boyfriend ko noon is because he had like a track record of being a player. So, I think being a single mom is kind of like, because she was sleeping with guys before marriage. Something like that.
Gets.
So, kind of similar-ish. But of course, there is a child involved, which is why this should not be taken lightly. Freddy, I don't know what your setup is with Jonah, the single mom, but for me, if there is a child involved, definitely we'll want to assume that this is a serious thing. You would like to explore possibly being in this child's life for the rest of your life. I'm sorry, but
you're not just committing to one person.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
committing
sorry.
to two.
It's the dating scene when you're a single mom, I assume would be medyo serious.
Yeah.
Diba?
So all your actions now.
I like hearing that you're really taking this woman seriously. It's all about, and I understand rin naman the girl if she's frustrated with being looked down on just for the sole fact that she's a single mother, being judged by what she is. I'm not even gonna say her past, because this is not her past. This is who she is. She's a single mother. This is not a mistake. This is a child. This is a beautiful child and a blessing.
And for her, it's actually a display of strength.
Sobra.
Na parang, tangina, i-judge niyo ako?
Yeah, I
kayo
understand.
ba naging single parent
I
kayo?
understand
Kayo
her-
ba nag-breastfeed? Naghanap ng paraan na pakainin yung anak
Yes.
mag-isa?
I understand why she would be defensive. So I think, I'm so sorry, Freddy, but I will have to say, it is all on you. If the parents don't like her, it's on you to fix that.
Yeah.
It's on
not
you.
on her.
The girl should not have to. Obviously, she doesn't have to be a B word. I hope she can be patient with them. Pero gets ko rin naman yung makapag-defend sa sarili
Yeah,
niya.
yeah.
Kasi ang
Ibang
dami
kaso to eh. Ibang kaso
marami
to.
ng pinagdaanan for sure.
Let's say
diba?
let's say yun, yung sa example mo, kupal talaga kasi yung guy and may history nga na kupal, therefore kasi kupal talaga
Why
ng
don't you
guy.
talk about the fact that your parents didn't like me at the start?
That's true. And the thing is, yun pala. So my parents didn't like Sab in the start.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine
I
because
can't
they
believe because
super
like,
love
ngayon,
me.
they
right?
love her more than me. But again, it was all on me. I was the one who stepped up. I talked to them.
Put your foot down.
We're gonna have dinner. You're gonna meet her. Kasi ang dali lang magsabi, ang dali lang mag-isip, hindi nyo kilala. So we're gonna have dinner. And you're gonna meet her. And then
That dinner didn't go well, ah.
that dinner was shit.
I was so nervous kasi.
But the thing is, the difference is, I didn't act like an asshole. That's what I did. Sabi ko, sige, papakita ko na, kasi if I started like, let's say for example, an easy solution would have been like, Sab, mag-live-in na ako sa'yo, layas ako dito.
You and me against the world?
Nung time na yun, kasi diba, was I living with my parents?
Yes, you were.
Yeah. So, that would have been the easy fix, but alam ko na if I did that, wala na talaga. Kasi, so anyway, my advice to Freddie is step back and look at your objective. Ano ba ang gusto mo mangyari? Ang gusto mo mangyari, magkaayusan yung parents mo and yung mahal mo. So, if you know that's your objective, baliin mo lahat ng mga baliin mo yung pride mo for certain things to make it work. But tama si Sab, at the end of the day, it's all on you. It's kasi your parents are like that. They are like that. Okay? Lumaki silang ganun, hindi mo may iba. Lumaki silang ganun, so you can't necessarily blame them. We can talk for 2 hours right now and say like, judgmental, blah, blah, blah. But that's how they grew up. Okay? They have a certain view on things.
Again, it explains it. It doesn't excuse it. That's why you have to talk to them and explain why they should give the girl a chance. Diba? I mean, it's kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan. Just be a man, really. Be a man and you can do it.
And
why don't you be a woman? Because a woman is strong.
Be a single mom.
Be a single mom. Put yourself in her shoes. What she's gone through. She's been doing this na parang pat babasasan mo ko. I've gone through so much and
Yeah.
I've raised a child on my own. Tas babasasan ako ng ganito. Like, dude, you gotta step up. She doesn't deserve this.
My last advice is, when you do talk to your parents, I always say this, know their language. So,
don't attack them.
Alamin mo, what's important to them? Ano ba yung values nila? If they value hard work and perseverance, then highlight that. Na, hindi mo ba alam na si Jonah ay blah 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 blah. She worked blah 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 blah, blah just to ganun. Or if they value, if ang value nila is aesthetic na, anong
What will
sasabihin
people think?
What will people think? Then, again, you try to find a way you try to find talking points that would connect to them. And an example or to parang strengthen my argument. It's like how I learned how to deal with my dad. My dad is, parang purely objective data. So, when I learned that, natuto ako how to manage him. Na, I'm not gonna go to my dad and say, Papa, I feel like, my calling, ganyan. Even though ganun talaga ako. Ganun akong tao. Pero I learned na, Papa, next year, I promise this. This is what will happen if so let me do this and I assure you blank. I assure you in 10 days, blah, 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 blah. Yan. Anyway, I hope this helped.
Yes. Last ko sabihin is, if it's an issue of religion, parang this woman obviously had sex before marriage, and that's the thing. Na parang what will people say? I think you don't have to attack them, but you can say that what you've learned from the
Yeah.
Bible, the Bible app, U version that we stan. What you can say is people make mistakes, and di ba nga, the very famous story of the woman who committed adultery, and Jesus said, "He who has not sinned cast the first stone." Who are they to judge this woman? We are all on a journey. We are all on different paths to find our purpose in life, and to find to just to we are all on different paths basically. And she is living hers. She's on her path, and she may have stumbled, but I don't even want to say that because obviously for me, especially I'm a mother, this child is really a blessing. There's a reason for this child. It probably made this woman stronger. It's why she is who she is today. The woman that you fell in love with. It's because of this child. 100%. It made her a better person. So let's not condemn what happened to her. Okay? So
Yeah.
maybe you can say something.
And
like
we'll
that.
reserve for another episode
save
on
my
how,
crying to
on
later.
how
For
organized
later.
religion has ruined the beauty of Stanus Bible.
Okay, gotta go. Gotta eat pizza. Bye.
Bye.